How you guys doing? I thought it would be fun to shoot a little sequence out here as an intro. So drop my light out here and it's dusk or dawn right now. I think it's dusk. Yeah. It's like, 6:30. My dog is just behind the camera, so hopefully she doesn't start barking. But anyways, welcome back to a new video. I thought I'd do a quick little intro outside just to let you know, guys, what we're going to talk about in this video. And if you're still stuck with any other editing softwares apart from DaVinci, I don't know what you're actually doing, because DaVinci has been proven to be possibly the best editing software there is, I guess. But I'm not here to tell you that. You can make your own choices. I don't know why would you pay for a monthly fee for anything but this software. Anyways, we're talking about plugins and some of my favorite plugins that I use on a daily basis to speed up my workflow and save hours. All right, before we hop into any of these plugins, I just want to say that I was never actually a believer of investing extra money in plugins or lots of presets or any of these things until I actually saw the benefits. And the benefits is that by buying lots, by buying plugins, you are actually saving time. It's not spending money, it's investing money into your future projects. So this video is not sponsored by any of these companies, but I do use them on a daily basis, so why not give them a shout out. Let's start right from the first one, which is Dehancer Pro. Dehancer Pro, it is by far my favorite absolute ever plugin I ever tried. So Dehancer Pro, you just apply to a node, and the way it's made is that basically from the top to the bottom, you just pretty much edit your image right from the source. So in this case, we're going to choose camera, and you can put Sony, A7S III, S3 Camera 3 Cine, boom. And then you have a bunch of cinema profiles, film to mimic the film look. You can push and pull. You have so many tools within this one plugin. Yes, it is expensive. I think it's $350 or $400. But to be honest, for the quality of what you're getting, it is insane. I use it on every single video, on every single clip I color grade, and I use Dehancer Pro as the last step to add some grain, to add some halation, to add some bloom. I use it literally on every video, and they keep updating, which is one of the best things. Like, they don't just release a plugin and it's like that forever. It's every couple of months, 3 months, they release a new version, and you can just enjoy the new features like the film damage they just recently added. So this is game changing, and just the way it affects footage is just absolutely insane. So huge believer that Dehancer Pro, it's game changing. On to the next one. We're going away from color for a second here to go into music. So I spend hours and hours editing music and editing videos, and one thing that I actually really enjoy is cutting to the beat. Cutting to the beat is game changing. It helps transition between images. Obviously, you probably should know this by now, but there's one plugin called BeatEdit they recently released for DaVinci Resolve, and it is incredible. Pretty much you can pick to make a beat click onto every beat, or have markers on your timeline on your music to help you cut exactly to the beat. So once you install it, all you got to do is go into Workspace, Scripts, BeatEdit, and then we're gonna choose the file, and then here you can pick whatever clip markers, beat click, audio, subtitles. So if we create the beat click that matches exactly the beats of our song. This is game changing, and you can do this with also the markers and timeline. Just be careful, because I noticed you have to work in the right frame rate. You can't have different frame rates or anything like that. Otherwise, it doesn't work that well on 24 frames per second. I found it works better on 30 frames per second timelines. With that said, on to the next one. A new plugin that I recently actually started using, and it's called CineMatch. So as you can see right now, let's just delete these Let's make a new node. Delete these, make a new node. So in this timeline right now, I have a GoPro footage on a jet ski, an R2S footage, my girlfriend's underwater Sony A7 III camera, FPV footage, so again GoPro, and then a couple of A7S footage. I honestly work with millions of different camera profiles, cameras all the time between FPV, drone, and camera. And if I collaborate with other people, like I recently shot a project where I collaborated with a friend Zach, and we shot kind of off and off between Sony and Canon, it is hard to match the colors. Different cameras see different things. Different people have different ND filters, and a company like CineMatch helps us doing this. So for example, here I have a Sony footage, right? We're going to choose camera source to Sony A7S III, S-Log3, this one, apply. And in the target profile, I find that when I edit color, if I use Blackmagic as a log file, most of the LUTs that I have just work. So we're gonna use this. So we're gonna call this CST, color space transform, as in CineMatch. And then here, all we're gonna do, we're gonna apply a LUT. Let's apply one of my LUTs that I use mostly, which is classic film. And that's it. Another cool feature by CineMatch is that you actually have a curve here that you can play around and adjust exactly the value of whatever you're editing without messing up everything. You also have color wheels and HSL, but also if you go down here, you can also apply a Rec 709 conversion right away. So if we disable this, we can have perfect Rec 709 transform right there. And then we can also work with exposure, false color, and white balance, which is pretty game-changing, to be honest. And then you can also export everything into a LUT. So for example, if you want to make a base LUT for all your edit for Sony to Rec 709 or for R2S Rec 709, you can do that. Now, let's just quickly copy and paste this and just see how it works on other footage. Here we go. Look at that. One click, copy, paste. Beautiful, color graded. Now, this is GoPro, so let's see how this works here. So obviously it's not going to work, so we're going to go and put here. I'm going to put GoPro, here 11, protein flat, apply. And then we're going to change, we're going to reset this because we did change it before. And just adjust the curve to our likings. And that's it, right off the batch. That's normal, and that's color graded. And we can copy, paste this into here. And we have the same here, and then we can go into this one, for example, and we change it again to Sony. And then we're going into A7 III, and yeah, we have a bunch of option here. I think this was HLG. Yeah, here we go. That looks pretty decent. Look at that, literally one click from that to that. Absolutely beautiful. So this plugin saves me a ton of time all the time. So if you guys want to check them out, they're all linked down below. And that's pretty much it for this video. Let's go back to the pool. All right, I'm actually getting eaten by mosquitoes right now, so please do consider subscribing if you do enjoy this video, if you learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.